Way to cut out of that, we are getting some very important piece of breaking news now. New era in the Indo-EU ties as India and European Union will be inking security pacts. In fact, as you know, the European Union chief is in the country making a big announcement now. She has gone on to say, and I'm quoting, and this is Ursula von der Leyen really mentioning, and I'm quoting, the display of the flags of the European Union, the EU military staff and our maritime missions Atlanta and Aspides at India's Republic Day is a powerful symbol of our deepening security cooperation. It will culminate tomorrow in the signature of our security and defense partnership. That's a very, very important statement that has been made by the EU chief, Ms. von der Leyen. Siddhant Mishra, my colleague, with all of those details. Siddhant, it is being put out in black and white. Tomorrow is when the deal gets signed officially.
Well, that's right. In fact, look, other than the announcement of the conclusion of talks on free trade agreement, there's also going to be defense and security pact, perhaps something which EU has with Turkey, with Korea, and now on the same lines, EU will have defense and security pact with India. Now, what will come under the umbrella of that pact, which includes joint production, joint development. Indian defense companies will be setting up plants in Europe. European companies will be setting up plants in India. Already many European companies are working in India. Defense companies are working in India. Many Indian companies are working in Europe. Joint collaboration, more military exercises, etc., etc. So other than the free announcement of the conclusion of free trade agreement, defense and security is perhaps also a very, very important area where both countries are looking to expand cooperation by signing defense and securities pact. And also, given Europe has a requirement of ammunition, etc., and perhaps India has become a market leader when it comes to providing ammunition. India, making rifles, manufacturing rifles, etc. So those, it will create a very conducive atmosphere. It will ease out things for the companies. And perhaps today, both EU Council President and EU Commissioner both witnessed India's military might. Perhaps the great work which have been done by Indian companies, HAL, etc. And they were quite impressed. Perhaps you can see those powerful pictures from the parade today, where Prime Minister Modi explaining to Ursula von der Leyen perhaps India's capabilities, how advanced India has become when it comes to military tech, cutting edge technology, etc., etc. So as I said, that this particular tweet perhaps hints at both countries looking to expand defense and security cooperation. Perhaps we could be looking for more joint cooperation, technology transfer, collaboration, etc., between European and Indian countries.
Right, absolutely. And Siddhant, what is even more striking is that this is for the very first time that a European Union military contingent marched in India's Republic Day parade at the Kartavya Path. And that is from where this entire chatter around a possible signage, which will be very, very strategic for both European Union and India, really had come to being. And now, formally, that gets completed tomorrow.
Well, that's right. And also, Greha, there has always been hesitation in this relationship with regards to India's relationship with Russia. Many European countries, time and again, have flagged their concern. As we were discussing before, there are European countries working in India, defense sector, etc. But they always had this hesitation when it comes to tech transfer, joint collaboration, etc., etc. So with this visit, perhaps defense and security pact will be signed. So that hesitation will also be removed from the relationship. So it is now pretty much clear where Europe will hear India's concern when it comes to India's security. India will also understand Europe's concern when it comes to the security of the European countries. So as I said, that other than the FTA, which will be announced, the conclusion of the talks will be announced tomorrow. Mm-hmm. There's also going to be a defense and security pact. And this convergence perhaps is a need of an hour, not only for for India and Europe, but for the stability of the world and creating markets for 2 billion people, more market access, removal of tariff lines, more Indian companies exporting goods to Europe and vice versa. So this is huge, and this is the reason that it is being called mother of all deals.
Absolutely, mother of all deals, as there is going to be a renewed focus on maritime security, cybersecurity and counter-terrorism. So that is going to be inked tomorrow. And these are the words of the EU chief, Ursula von der Leyen. In fact, she has described this entire visit to India as an honor of a lifetime. And that signals a very, very significant shift in the EU-India relationships. With that, we are moving on. Let's now